how do you get your clients to be relaxed, to go into a deep trance, and how do they slow down their breath? Well, advanced conversational therapy, you don't need to worry about any of that. And I've not needed to do that with my clients for a very long time, because that hasn't got anything to do with finding out what the root cause is. And I talk about that through the course. Getting your clients to relax isn't always going to get them into that deep state of trance. First of all, when your client is stressed when they come in, they're not going to feel like relaxing. They've got this perception of, well, I'm going to go into trance and I'm not going to remember anything. Because when they have that perception, that's going to bring up pressure for them. You as the client don't need to feel that pressure as well, thinking that, oh, if I get them really relaxed, they're going into trance quicker and I'll be able to give them suggestions. You don't need to give your clients suggestions at all through ACH, because they're going to find their own resources. They are going to slow down. They are going to feel relaxed. And the beauty about having just using advanced conversational therapy is that they will go naturally and organically into that trance, because you've set the standard right from the beginning of knowing that all the symptoms that they talk about, whether it's an addiction with alcohol, whether it's smoking, whether it's anxiety, or that they're not feeling confident, whatever their problem is, and they talk about it, it is only going to be a symptom. So you can just not regard that at all. Don't think about that, because what you're doing is going to just simply get them into a state of a conversation, get them out of that thought of all those symptoms and what they think is the solutions to their problems. Just take all that away, because that won't have anything to do with when you finally get to the root cause. And the root cause is going to get them into a better state of mind and a better thought of finding their unconscious moment. There's going to be, throughout their sessions, it's going to be a contrast to, well, if I'm feeling up, I feel down. If I'm feeling anxious, I want to feel happy. And collapsing those contradictions is what you're doing in advanced conversational therapy. And picking up on those moments of when you see what we call the knots, when you see the problem and the knot that they have, that's when you jump in. And they're not going to be in a relaxed state. They're not going to be in trance. They're going to naturally, organically go into that resource, go into that unconscious mind, and that will take them into a trance. You forcing it, you putting those suggestions, is it going to find the solution? So first of all, don't worry about your clients relaxing. Don't worry about having to start breathing and doing this whole 20 minutes of walking down the steps or reading a script, because trust me, I've done that and it takes so long. When you start off the session with just getting into it and just starting that session, they will find it organically. And I've got a demonstration. If you have a look at a demo, that issue that client had finished in 45 minutes. Just watch that demo. There'll be more demos coming up and you'll see, trust me, 45 minutes, even, an hour or so, will find that your client will go into their own unconscious thought and they'll go into their own trance naturally and organically.